Good morning, students. I am from St. Mary's English High School, Nalasopara West. As you all know, we have started with the online class, so I am going to teach you all Environmental Studies Part 1. We have already started with our lesson number 12, Food for All. So that same lesson we have divided into two parts. Okay, so we have completed with the first part. We have learned about agriculture, improved seeds, and about the fertilizers. Now next, let's come to the next part, that is food storage and conservation of environment. Like humans, other living things also store food. Each of them has a different way of doing it. Insects like ants store food. Bees collect nectar from the flowers and store it in a honeycomb. In the form of honey, squirrels store seeds because these animals store food. It is available to them when they need it. Now, student, as we know, we store food, right? In our home, our mothers store food for us, different fruits, different vegetables, different spicy things, okay, which we need. Same things as humans, living things, they need food, they store for them. In the same way, some insects, some animals, some birds also store food for them, such as bees. They collect nectar from the flower, okay, and they store it in a honeycomb in the form of honey. Over here, squirrel store seeds, okay, they store seeds as their food is these nuts and also seeds. So certain animals also store food. All the time, plants are busy producing the food they need. Even so, there are some plants that store food. You are familiar with the bulb of plant such as onions and garlic, and tubers such as potatoes, ginger, etc. They are all part of the stems of the plant. Radishes, sweet potatoes, beetroots are the roots of their plants. Now, here also plant, they also store food for them, such as we are familiar with the plants such as onion, okay, so they store food underground. We cannot see them, okay, so such as onions, garlic, tubers, potatoes and gingers, they are underground, so we cannot see them, but they store their foods under the ground. Now you can see here the picture that is about radishes, sweet potatoes, beetroot, okay, so these all are also the plants which store food for them. These plants store food in their stems or roots. We too store food in our homes according to our need. As I told you all that our mother, she store food for us, okay, which we need according to our schedule. In India, due to the improved method of cultivation, we now produce plenty of fruit grains. The production exceeds the demand. The surplus food grain is stored in a huge warehouses. Now, as we know, in India, due to the improved method, which we learned first about improved seeds, we store them, right? So we mostly store food grains. Lot variety of food grains we store in a house. As a surplus, we store it in a huge warehouses. So this is also one kind of food storage. Some production is affected by a disaster such as flood, drought, a cyclone, a hailstorm. At such time, the stored surplus grain can be used for the people. It can also be used for the people displaced due to disasters like an earthquake. Now, student, as you all know that these farmers, they take efforts to grow this all production, but when the floods, drought or a cyclone easily comes, okay, you all can see in this picture that if floods come, then all will displaced. These disasters like earthquake, flood and everything will destroy all the land which the farmers, they have put lot of efforts in it. So in the some way, production is also affected by many other disasters. Now next, The Green Revolution. Today, our country is self-reliant as far as production of food grains is concerned. We also able to export the surplus grain. The tremendous increase in food grain production in a country was achieved during the Green Revolution. It was brought about by the joint efforts of scientists, people working for the spread of science and farmers. The credit for this research that led to improvement in the seeds of wheat and rice that resulted in the Green Revolution in India goes to Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Now here is the Green Revolution. Today in our country there is lot of production done of these food grains. Okay, so we are also able to export these grains in out of our country. Tremendous means lot of increase in this food grains production is in our country. Lot of crops have been grown in India. Therefore, our India export these things into the another country. So this production was known as Green Revolution. Okay, so it was brought with a lot of efforts. Scientists took lots of efforts to do this work in the spread of science and farmer. Now this credit goes to a one man. Okay, that man name is Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. He did the improvement in the seeds of wheat and rice. He resulted. Okay, he first finalized these things with the farmers and also with the science. So this all procedure comes into the Green Revolution. Next, food security. Food is a basic need. Many countries have made laws to ensure that every person gets sufficient food according to their need. This law was known as Food Security Laws. In 2019, a country too enacted a food security law. It has made it possible to fight ills like malnutrition, starvation, and death due to hunger. Now, what is food security, students? Food is a basic need. If we don't get food, we will live? No, we cannot live without food. So many countries have law to ensure that every person must get sufficient food. They must get sufficient food according to their needs. So as you all know, some people they stay on the footpath. Okay, so they don't get the food some days, sometimes. Due to this, many diseases occurs such as malnutrition. Okay, person become things and a stomach comes out in malnutrition. Why it is so? Because they don't get sufficient food every day. Starvation, this also is a illness of the person when person doesn't get food to eat. And if there is a longer time, suppose anyone is not getting food to eat, that person or that people can die. So food is a basic need and we need sufficient food to live. So student, you all must not waste your food. Take food how much you all need, not to throw your food. Okay, so you all must understand the importance of food. Next, agricultural assistance program. Through this program, farmers are giving proper information and guidance about the latest technology, irrigation facilities, improved seeds, use of fertilizers and pesticides, etc. They can also get weather forecasts and other agriculture related information from this assistance. Now, what is agricultural assistance program? Now, this all comes into one process, that is farmers are giving proper information and guidance about the latest technology, as we learnt about the irrigation facilities, right, about improved seeds. They need good quality fertilizer and also pesticides, and also they are depending on the weather forecast as which the agriculture is related. And this all suggestions they give to the assistance center, where they farmers clear all the doubts and give all the information about this agriculture, about the seeds, about the grains. Okay, next, in addition, agriculture schools have also been started from the farmers. Members of a farmer's family can learn about new technology at their school. Agricultural produce marketing communities hold exhibition to for this farmer. Now it is said that agricultural school have also been started by the farmers. Okay, they have also started their schools of the agriculture. Now members of the family, they can learn new things, what new they can develop, what new technology they can develop. Okay, so in agriculture produce marketing communities hold this exhibition. Okay, so they form an exhibition and they all give and take their each and ideas about their own self. The agricultural department of the government, agriculture universities, television, newspapers, and various periodical work for the spread of modern method of agriculture. Now it is possible for all the farmers to use these modern methods to increase production. The whole country benefits from these efforts. Now in agriculture of department, government, agricultural university, technologies, and newspaper, these all various parts they come and make the new methods, new modern methods of this agriculture, and they prepare one project of these farmers, means how they have developed, how they are increasing their production, and the whole country is getting benefit. Okay, we all get to eat our food daily 2 times. Okay, because of these farmers, because these agriculture assistants, they take a lot of efforts to produce the food for each and everyone in the country. Next, it is about, just it is an activity form, do you know? Okay, I'll just read it and I'll explain it. Organic farming, farming that relies on natural organic material, is called organic farming. It is a form of traditional agriculture. In this method, the nutritive substances in the soil are retained. The organic pesticide used in these methods have no harmful effects on those who eat the produce. The grain grown by the method is nutritious and also good to taste. This is why farmers have begun to opt for organic farming method. Organic farming involves use of manure obtaining plants and animals. This manure consists of fish and bone meal, animal excreta, as well as decomposed remains of the plants and animal. Now this organic farming is done by the waste things. Okay, the bones of the fish is also of the animals. So these all waste things, waste food materials, they prepare a manure. Also the organic pesticide is used to form these harmful effects on those who eat or produce. So this organic farming is also good. It is one organic material in a natural conservation or natural life where we are living. Now next, always remember. Now student, I'll read this, just keep in your mind. Okay, crops should be water only as much as necessary. Now when we grow one small seedling or a small plant, if we pour lot of water, the plant will also get die and it will not grow properly. So we must only give sufficient water also for the plants and also for the crops. Only the water how much they need, not to pour more water. Always remember this point. Care should be taken when using chemical fertilizer and pesticide. These observed should be avoided. Now also you all must take care of using certain chemical fertilizers and also pesticide. Some are of good quality we get, some we get of bad quality. When we use bad quality chemical fertilizers, the crops will not grow well. So we must always use good chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Now okay, what we have learnt. There are two main agriculture seasons, as we learnt in the first part about the Kharif and Rabi season. Now what is the Kharif season? We learnt the crops which grow from June to October is known as Kharif, and the crops which grow from October to March is the Rabi season. And also using improved methods of farming leads to an increase in production. We also learn about the improved seeds, right? Also the protection of seeds and storage of grains. Farmers can get information about modern agriculture technology through agriculture assistance program. Also, we have learned now about the agriculture technology, about traditional agriculture, about agricultural assistant. So student, once again read the whole lesson once, means you all will understand it better. Okay, and also I have shown you all various pictures in this lesson. Go once through the lesson. Okay, and also you all can read it once. For that while, stay home, stay safe, take care. Thank you.